So, we are at the Tampa RV Super Show.
This is our second time at the show. First time we just came to check things out a couple years ago.
This time we are actually coming here to shop for an RV.
No, we're not looking to replace our bus, Zephyr.
But actually, to replace the Mini Cooper.
We'll start sharing why, but let's go to the show first.
Staying on the path that I've chosen, straight up, come my way and I'll see you at the top. 'Cause something's gonna happen in this story, and I can feel it coming, like the rising of the sun, straight
Big sink.
That's huge for our little van.
Small van, big sink. I like it.
So, what do you think of this little table space back here?
You know, when I look at vans without a table back here, it just seems like unusable seating. So, why are we looking at camper vans? Well, one struggle that we're finding with having a boat and a large RV on opposite coasts is the getting between them. Right now we have a Mini Cooper. We've towed that behind our RV for many, many years. We do love the Mini. It's great for just getting around town, but it is not a fun road trip vehicle. And when we came across last year, it's very uncomfortable. So more than an hour or two, not fun to be in. And you know, we have the transport stuff in between. So we've been thinking it's time to upgrade the Mini Cooper to something else, and we're thinking of maybe a larger vehicle. Well, we wanted to say we still want it to be flat towable, something that we can tow behind the bus when we're in our RVing days. And we started thinking, well, when we're RVing, we're not necessarily going to be moving many miles. We're going to probably just tooling around the desert Southwest, maybe moving 50, 60 miles at a time. Is it really that big of a deal to convoy? Do we have to have flat towable? Once we came to that decision, we're like, okay, that opens it up to any vehicle we want. So we started thinking Prius, Tesla. But then we had the thought, why not a camper van? A camper van would give us the benefit when we're in our boat, when we hopscotch our vehicle with us. It could be our local transportation. It could be our going and getting groceries. It could be our local exploration. It could be a very comfortable shuttlecraft in between the bus and the boat. Something that we can actually have a camping trip in between, stop at state parks, Army Corps of Engineer parks, boondock in. We wouldn't have to be going in and out of hotel rooms. And we'd be able to take RVing trips while we're still on the boat. So we want to go to an RV event, we want to go out camping in a local state park, we want to do filming for the RVers. It just started to make a lot of sense. So we've been tooling around this idea for several months now. And now we're getting serious about looking at our options and shopping and seeing what's on the market. So that's where we're at.
This? So, to explain a little context of what we are looking for, is we are looking for a shuttlecraft, a transporter pod, something that is not going to be a replacement for our bus. It's not going to be something we think of as a living in full-time vehicle, but as something to replace the Mini Cooper. And so we're used to driving around. Mini Cooper is about 12 and a half feet long. Got to be a little bit bigger than that. But a regular parking spot is kind of key. And a parking spot's usually max out around 20 feet long. So that kind of caps the size of RV we're looking at. So something that needs to fit in a parking spot, because we're going to use it as our daily driver. We replace the Mini Cooper, and when we're traveling on the East Coast, we will hopscotch it between the marinas that we're doing long-term stays at, and it needs to be able to fit in typical parking spaces. And then we will be able to use it for little weekend getaways and go out and camp for a weekend here and there. And then when we relocate to the West Coast to the bus, we'll be able to do a week or 2 week trip and really enjoy, you know, something we can live in as opposed to hopping between hotels and living out of a car. So we're looking for a shuttlecraft. It means a small RV, but we still want it to be comfortable. We want it to be something that is easy to live in, has got all the basic necessities, space to work, a comfortable space to sleep, a space for the cat, And, of course, always bonus points if it's got all the geeky tech that we like. And we don't want something that's going to be a project. So we don't want to start with a shell and build up from scratch, because we just really don't have the time or the space to do that sort of project. So we've been walking and walking and walking.
And it is now getting close to closing time. We're 5 minutes till 5. So we've been here pretty much the whole day.
7 hours almost.
Looking at almost exclusively vans. And I think we've seen every model that is here at the Tampa RV Show.
And some impressive stuff, some stuff that was disappointing. It's just, particularly when you're looking at something that is 19 feet, the size that we're kind of shooting for, there's not a lot of options. So you get a little bit bigger, there's some really cool stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we were looking for something larger, like if we were like actually considering replacing the bus with something that would be kind of a hybrid between what we're looking for, the leisure van would be tops of our list.
Very impressed by leisure van. There's neat design. What are you in?
I'm in a beautiful RV. This one really pushes my buttons. Unfortunately, it's probably about 2 or 3 feet too large.
Bigger than we want, wider than we want, not a take it everywhere thing, but look at this bedroom and a separate bath and quality woodwork. This is a very impressive leisure van, I have to say. Wow.
Very tempting, but not yet. It's not that's not the phase we're in at this point.
Right, we want a shuttlecraft, we want something that'll be comfortable for just a week or two at a time, not something that is, let's go full time in it.
So, of all we looked at, we did a second look back at the Hymers. We looked at them, it was the very first one we looked at like back in September.
Yeah.
And we were impressed then, not as impressed on a second look.
Yeah, there's just a few trade-offs that they make design-wise that weren't great, and there's just some of the fit and feel and quality stuff just wasn't as, it wasn't quite what we wanted. We've just been checking out the Hymers, particularly the Active. It's got some really interesting electrical stuff, lithium battery, and it will auto start the engine and keep the battery topped off, so you can keep your air conditioning going all the time, but it will not necessarily have to run all the time. It's electrically really cool. There's a few things that are kind of awkward about it. Actually, first we're excited about this fold-down bed because it's real mattress material, but it kind of turns into a bit of a jigsaw puzzle, and there were gaps and slats, and I don't know, it's just not quite second time seeing it active, and it's not quite clicking as well the second time.
That's not a bad layout actually, but the seating is so uncomfortable. It's just the only place you can sit and lay. There's like not much support in the cushions, and the back support is
and your feet are too high.
Too high to sit comfortably, so you couldn't actually work.
Well, this seat here looks like it might be more comfortable.
Maybe that's
And this has got the little, you put your laptop over here.
Yeah, maybe this is where
Yeah, that's the office seat. You got a better view. Yeah, pull-out desk.
It's still on the list.
Yeah, impressive.
We looked at all the RoadTreks, all their smaller RoadTreks, and frankly, they all look the same. They seem to have no variation in the floor plan, and I don't know, they just don't have a quality feel in them. But they're fine. If I was going to go with the RoadTrek, I'd probably just go with the Simplicity, their lowest end one, just for the price point.
Yeah, the value of that one was pretty impressive for the price compared to a lot of the other ones that are quite a bit more.
What are you feeling about RoadTreks?
Some nice things about it, but it just feels a little mass-produced too. It's build quality.
Yeah, this one's priced about what we paid for our boat. I kind of have a hard time paying as much as I paid for my boat for a van. That doesn't feel extremely high quality. I mean, these are nice, but they're not quite what I would expect for the price point. Right.
Yeah, so
Because vans aren't cheap.
Yes.
And that's a major consideration for us. Is we're looking for something that is an RV and a vehicle for us.
right, and so we want something that'll hold its value decently, and or instead we'll just get something used and rather than new. So we're kind of on that fence as well.
We looked at the Winnebago Rebel. It is more of an adventure vehicle than it is a comfortable living vehicle. So that one did not press our buttons.
No.
Okay, what are you looking at, Chris?
I think this is supposed to be the bathroom and shower for the Revel, but I guess they're basically designing it for people who are mostly not going to be needing it because it's mostly designed to be storage.
Because it's also the only closet in here.
Yeah, it actually really is the only closet. And that's really kind of strangely awkward. I mean, I guess we've got this cabinet here, but that's most of your storage is the bathroom.
So it
It's
means
really
if you
odd.
need to go potty, then you're undoing everything.
Yeah. That's...
No, it has lots of storage for bikes and gear, and not a lot of access to things like bathrooms and clothing drawers. and
But
stuff.
overall, I mean, if you're looking for an adventure vehicle, it looks great.
Revel's
The Travato actually pressed our buttons more, but I think it's going to be slightly bigger than we
I
want.
really liked what they're doing there. We've been in talks with Volta Power Systems for years about their lithium system, and the Travato is the first time I've actually seen it on a mass market RV. So they're doing some really cool stuff on the electrical front. Very highly. So it's a little bit bigger than we were aiming for, but. Yeah. There's a big fridge. I've been very impressed by what we said. We're in an Ascent now.
We are in a Way Ascent. It is on a Sprinter-based chassis. They've got several models that are in the 19 to 20 foot range, and right now, Way is the one that is pressing our buttons as far as nice quality. They're all going to be expensive, and it's more of a family-focused business that do them in low quality.
Low quantity.
No,
Low quantity. Yes.
Sorry.
It's been a long day, a lot of walking.
A little bit bigger.
I do wish the fridge was a little bigger on this one. It's bigger on the non-sprint one, right? Sprinter one.
Yeah, that one's a little bit longer too, I think.
Not by much, though. We should go take a second look at that one.
Look at that.
One thing I do love about this is
A real size sink.
it is a ginormous sink. Even for a full-size RV, it's a ginormous sink. So well done there.
And I love the windows. You got so much good window view back here. A lot of them have kind of more cave-like in the back.
Definitely a nice quality solid wood in the drawer and the cabinetry. It just feels solid, and it doesn't have that new RV smell like
No
all the
formaldehyde.
formaldehyde. So definitely.
Go hop into the bathroom. Tell us what the shower's like.
I haven't even looked at the bathroom yet. It is a wet bath, but you can actually sit on the toilet with the door closed, which is something that we did not see in a lot of the other van models. Is the bathrooms were not usable with the door closed, and I am not on display for that sort of stuff.
But you do have a window still.
I have a window.
It is a bit tight for showering, and there's not a lot of space to turn around, I notice. 'Cause the
Right. So for these purposes,
Showers are going to be rare.
we're probably going to be staying in campgrounds with bathhouses if we're doing anything more extended. So this is be like going back to the Tab and Oliver days for us. So
Now, it does have a generator auto start system, so you can keep the generator running only when needed, and still keep your air conditioner, cycling on and stuff. I think it's not quite as cool as the Volta system and.
And I do wish that there was a little more space up in the front,
Yeah,
but I'm not sure where you would get that from. So, but overall, it's the most impressive. It's also got an impressive price tag.
Yep, that's very pricey.
Although show price is $120. If we wanted to buy it now, they'd give it to us for $120. It's still a lot of money.
Yes. So of the ones here at the show, this is kind of pressed their buttons the most. There's a few others that are, not everything comes to the Tampa RV show, so we've still got some more research to do online, but got to think about what we want. But this was a worthwhile trip.
We're looking at, the price point of one of these is like what we paid for our boat. And that's hard to justify for something that we might spend 3 or 4 weeks total in a year to pay for a van. So we might be leaning towards finding something that is used and cheaper, just for that fact alone, because we don't have to have new and shiny and top of the line, but it would be cool to have new and shiny and top of the line tech wise, especially for something that might be featured in a big TV show like the RVers.
So we got to decide where we want to go with this. That's
So, they're really good to see so many all at once. We started looking at the Pleasure Way this morning, and we wrapped up our day back here, and the quality still stands. So
that's impressive.
We'll continue sharing our van hunt as we go. If you have ideas or leads for us on things we should be looking at, please do let us know. And as always, give us a thumbs up if you like this video, leave comments, and subscribe to the channel.